We're going to show you guys how to deal with Udyr. Hello everybody, nice to see you all today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to focus on this game and then we're going to say hello to everybody that's in chat. Thank you guys. Alright, so today we are playing against an Udyr in about mid-diamond elo. And Udyr is probably one of the hardest matchups for Master Yi. I can't think of too many junglers that beat Master Yi quite like Udyr does. So I'm going to be showing you guys the best way to deal with that. So first of all, what you want to do is you want to make sure to defend your red side. And you also want to ask if your teammates can ward that. So we're defending our red side, and the reason why is like Udyr is one of those junglers that puts Yi behind by counter jungling you really, really hard. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we want to make sure that Udyr doesn't get our red for free. And if I was on blue team, I would probably still start red. I'd probably go red into blue really quickly just to prevent the counter jungle. But it's all about preventing that counter jungle. It'd be nice if my teammates warded that. I'll come by and drop a ward on it. And I'd also like a leash, but I'm not totally I'm not totally messed up if they take it. And also against an Udyr, you never invade. Never invade. The champion will just absolutely wreck your face. Cool. So now we know if Udyr will do our blue buff. Yeah, we had to pull that out a little bit. You may notice that there's some lag. Please be mindful of the lag. You'll see people teleporting and stuff like that. No big deal, we're still going to carry this game. No biggie. Alright, so let's clear this. And we're basically, what we're shooting for is we want to get a full clear. The best that we can, right? Without getting interrupted by Udyr. And I don't feel like I personally need to put a ward here. Yeah, Udyr might invade it or whatever, but there's nothing in my topside jungle that I want to defend or I need to have any knowledge about. So yeah, it's nice to have vision of Udyr if he comes in topside, but if I place a ward here, I'm essentially throwing it away if he doesn't come, right? Compared to if I put a ward in a section of my jungle that has camps in it, we can see if Udyr comes in and takes them and whether or not we need to adjust our pathing. So I'm gonna grab this. And after we get this, we'll grab the blue buff, and then we'll go down and we'll take crab. I just want to take a moment to thank everybody that's tuning into my stream today. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Yes, we just started. I'm doing a nice little video for the YouTube. What's up, YouTube? So I'm not going to be talking to you guys directly, but after the game, we can chill out and talk. If you have any questions about the game, feel free to ask me. And if they're good questions, I'll talk about them for the YouTube video as well. Alright, so Udyr's coming down to the crab. I'm gonna smite, and the reason why we're smiting is we want the HP. Okay, the only reason I went for Udyr there, I told you guys that you don't go for Udyr, is because two reasons. One, he was low HP. Two, he was focusing on the crab. And three, I thought my teammates were gonna come help me. Boy, was I wrong. And yes, I say it a lot, guys. A lot of people think that the game gets better the higher the elo you are. No, like my teammates, they do not care. In what situation is a Blade and Ranking good? So, Blade and Ranking is an item you get when you want maximum damage. Personally, I don't think Blade and Ranking is an item that you should pick up when you're actively trying to win a game. Wait. Oh. Yeah, I just want you guys to know that even though I lag this hard on Vietnam server, I'm still almost masters. Yeah, boy. Alright, so we're trying to do our clear here. We're keeping an eye on top lane here. Yeah, top lane's looking real yummy. Oh, it's looking so yummy. I have red buff too. It is so yummy. Alright. Gangplank does have teleport, so if he ports back in, I'll kill him. I still have a little bit of red buff. No, he does not have teleport. He should. He should definitely have teleport. I'm honestly surprised that he's not using it. He's walking back the lane. I don't know what he said in chat because I don't speak Vietnamese. But he said something about ko tele, which means no teleport. But anyway, I was sitting there just in case he ported. Oh, yeah, there's a ward there. Yeah, we lost... Oh, Cho'Gath's actually pushing lane back up to him, huh? We lost Dragon, but that's okay. As I mentioned, we can't really contest Dragons from Udyr because we don't beat Udyr early. I gotta go down here and he's gonna get jumped by Udyr. Guess not. We can't really contest these kind of things from Udyr early because Udyr is one of the champions that actually, like, I would say Udyr is probably the hardest jungle matchup in the game for Master Yi. Basically, the whole idea behind playing against Udyr is to avoid Udyr. So I didn't do that in the crab, but again, when it came to the crab, Udyr was significantly lower health than I was, so I felt confident. I felt confident in that. Okay, so we have a big problem, and I messed up. My red is spawning, and I'm not on that side of the map. Udyr might be free to take it, and I would turn around immediately and go for my red buff right now, but I'm really close to Blood Razor, so I can't do that. So this is a mistake on my part, and if my red's not gone, we'll be very lucky. But like, this is a situation where he can just come in and clean out my jungle and really put me behind. So keep that in mind next time, that you need to be really focusing on your buffs and how they're spawning. If we're lucky, we're okay. And also not warding it. Okay, he did not take my red buff. He just ganked. Nice. That's good for me. Alright, we're gonna go for top lane again, and the reason why we're going for top lane, it's a gangplank lane. It's so easy. Like, even if Cho'Gath doesn't help, just having red buff and a Highlander is more than enough. And he apparently never wards. Nice. I'm not sure why they both flashed. Cho'Gath should not have flashed there, and Gangplank should not have flashed there. That was a double wasted flash. So we know Udyr's bot side, and we want to take advantage of this to check his jungle and see if there's anything to kill. Oh, okay, we got a Gromp. That's not the end of the world. I'd really like to utilize... let's put a pink here. So, in case you guys don't know, the Rift, this little buggy thing, this thing's bugged. You can actually walk around it without getting spotted. And don't be shy, it works. As you can see, Gangplank has no idea I'm here. 100% works. You can do it. Make sure you hug the wall, though. You have to make sure you hug the wall before you go in. This does not work on Dragon, it only works on Rift Herald. Udyr's got the 3 kills, friends. And he has Berserker Greaves. I got Meditate. And now we want to push this. So don't use your Rift Herald right away unless there's an enemy that can hit you and knock you out of it. You want to get it down at least 2 or 3 plates. I prefer to get it to 2 plates, but... Oh god, I'm bad. I'm so bad. I played that so badly. Come on, Set. Get him for me. Nice. Okay, yeah. I should not have flashed there. I made a mistake, but that's okay. We can go ahead and grab this. Now, you could swap out to a sweeper, right? You could swap to a sweeper, but the problem is since I'm sitting on a yellow ward anyway, one yellow ward is equal to 2 sweepers. So when I have yellow wards, I prefer to put those down before I swap over to sweeper. It's more cooldown efficient, I suppose. So let's go down into the river and do this. But you can see that Udyr is going to have a really hard time dealing with me if we're constantly farming our jungle and we're doing the side of the jungle he would typically counter jungle. And I'm avoiding him, right? Which is why I gave him the first dragon. I was avoiding him. We do have pretty good lane priority in bot lane, so I'm going to go for it. If my bot lane was doing terribly, I would definitely just give him another dragon here. But we got to remember... we gotta remember what happened last time I thought my bot lane was gonna help me. They didn't. So, let's go ahead and make our way up here. And we're gonna kill this Grump. And we're gonna start our full clear again. And now we clear it fast enough that hopefully Udyr's not really going to be able to clear our stuff, right? If he decides to counter jungle. And by the way, this kind of jungling is the kind of jungling that you would do if you're up against a Nidalee as well. Nidalee, Graves, pretty much anybody that's an aggressive early game jungler. Oh wow, that hit? Yeah, I can't help him with that. I can hold the wave though. Hey, Pedro Oliveria. Thank you for the stars. He says 200 stars. He says, I play Mastery only like you. I get called Cowsep a lot. Thank you, Pedro. Is that a good thing to get called Cowsep? What do you guys think? Is it a good thing to be called Cowsep? I get called Cowsep a lot too. But the sad part is I'm actually Cowsep. Bro, why are you doing my camps? Annoying players. Annoying players. I gank your lane, I don't take your CS, and you take mine. We want to be in position to grab this red as soon as possible. Thank you again, Pedro, for those 200 stars. Or should I call you Cowsep? Yeah. So I like to be here immediately for my red buff. You just want to keep the pressure down. Now, I don't know what Udyr's done this game. I don't know if he's even checked my jungle. But that's how Udyr's play. You know what I'm talking about if you played against an Udyr. Too many people come to me and they're like, Cowsep, how do I deal with getting counter jumbled? You don't deal with getting counter jumbled. Easy. Oh, hey. Oh, no, he had flash. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's one punch. Is tracking the enemy jungler helpful? Yes, obviously. And how do you do it? That's a skill that you just have to learn over time. In order to really efficiently track enemy junglers, you have to know how their pathing is. Also, I find it amazing he has 8 kills somehow.
I just don't understand why you don't use E when you are farming.
Hey, Pedro Olivria, thank you for 200 stars. He says, I don't understand why you don't use E when you're jungling. And this is actually a question a lot of people have. You don't need E. So think about it. Your E gives you 40 true damage, right, at this level. Earlier on, it gives like 16 to 20. That is, right now, 20% extra damage. So this would be dead right now. I saved 2 autos. And what happens if I get invaded? Right? What happens if I get invaded? I die, right? Because I can't kill somebody without my E. Like, the E is more efficient on champions that have armor than it is on monsters that have low armor. Right? So that wolf had like 20 armor compared to Gangplank, who has almost no armor, right? He has 67. So the wolf has 20 and he has 60. So your E is better on him. So yeah, you use your E in the jungle sometimes. Like, for example, I just used my E on the blue buff, right? But you want to make sure that you only use your E. You only use your E if you're sure nobody's going to come and deal with you. Right? So in this case, I'm fairly confident that nobody's going to come and kill me in my Krugs. So I use my E. because you're vulnerable without your E. And that's why sometimes you'll even see me in Dragon or Rift Herald or Baron. I'll be in Baron and I don't use my E because your E is super powerful against champions. Like even now I feel uncomfortable using it. But we see people in mid lane, right? So we know that we're probably safe to go ahead and do this. But you have to be mindful. You don't just use things when they're off cooldown. I would like to get my Gunzu's Rage Blade, so I'm gonna shove this out because it's gonna shove anyway. But I really want my Gunzu's, so I'm gonna kill this and back. Look at all this extra gold. Still got that Zara again. Alright, so we got this, and now we have to decide, are we gonna get Mercs? They have a lot of Fizz damage, and Udyr also does some Fizz. But the Taric and the Udyr stun and the Snare are kind of hard to deal with. So what I'm actually gonna do here is I'm gonna run for Death Dance. And we're just trying to keep our jungle on cooldown, right? So Udyr can't take it from us. So you can see that we're out farming him. And we want to end up at a red buff when a red buff spawns. Basically, the only way Udyr is going to get any CS from me is if he gets lucky and he walks to the camp as it spawns. Or if I'm done farming my jungle. So in this case, I went top lane, right? And I was pushing the top lane to get ready for Dragon as well. And so I left the jungle camps a little bit longer that they're just now respawning, right? Wait, is he legendary? What in the world? They're not even like doing badly. It looks like he's just getting all the last hits. Now I could. Ooh. Oh my. Phantom Dancer. Not bad. I think you can get that. I just gotta go get my farm. Though Lucian's probably gonna want it. And honestly, if Lucian pings me off of it, I'd give it to him. Because he's fed enough. Like, he's fed and he's doing really well. He has 2 items and he has an extra crit cloak as well. So, I think Lucian's doing okay. And so there we go, we cleared the jungle again. Now we're gonna back and we're gonna get ready to clear the bot side because our blue's spawning and we wanna make sure we keep that on cooldown. That's just how you beat people that counter jungle you. Let's go for Death Dance. I'm feeling a Death Dance into their comp because they have this guy, this guy, this guy, right? Look at all this AD. All this AD, right? He has a little bit of magic damage and he has some magic as well, but we wanna make sure that we could utilize Whitson, but I think the Death Dance is probably better in this case. I know it is, but the problem with Death Dance is it costs a lot of money. Nice. My team's doing really well. I alpha'd. I alpha'd, bro. I alpha'd. Oh, interesting little ward here.
An ally has been slain.
I ain't scared. I actually think I can take Udyr now. you get him? Why do you walk up to me? Ah, yes. See, guys, even when you get higher elo, they still do the same stuff. Oh, got red. Alright, back we go. Let's get the Dust Dance. You forgot to ask what I had for lunch. See, this isn't really relevant to the YouTube video, but I had some tacos. I don't normally get tacos because it's really hard to get good tacos in Korea. Tacos at all. But I found a taco place. So to get 2 tacos, they're decent tacos. It's about $8. Well, it's probably closer to like $7.50, $7. And the delivery fee is $3. So I bought me 4 tacos for about $20. Well, it's actually closer to like $18. And they were filling. 4 tacos was filling. I was pretty full after 2, but I didn't want to warm them up. I probably could have saved some for leftovers, so it was probably a meal for like $9 or so. A meal for $9, that's not bad. We got some free nachos and a Sprite as well, but I didn't really want those anyway, so. What is he doing? I don't know. What in the world? I promise we're not playing in silver or anything, guys. These are nice, high quality, high diamond players that you're witnessing right now. I promise. Alright, well, let's continue to push bot lane here. Oh, wait, are the minions ahead of me or are they behind me? Cho'Gath's getting pretty big, huh? I want to finish getting this Highlander goal. I think the enemy team might just end it here. Yes, notice I said the enemy team and not my team. Because I think the enemy team is their own worst enemy. I feel like it's not us ending, it's the enemy team ending it themselves. But yeah, anyway, so hopefully this is a nice, good game full of some decent information to help some people out. I know we talked about a few topics, especially playing against Udyr. He actually got really fed. Get baited, bro. I'll save you, Lulu. Just making sure. So yeah, there it is. That's how the game goes. And yeah, I think the game basically spoke for itself there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it.